and summarily executed. Emperor Mengsk had this to say.
Oh no! What's up folks, Jack here with another video. So, this is kind of an apology, I guess. So last time I checked some Starcraft content, I said that I wanted to check more cinematics of this, or at least know more about the game. Because aside of all other IPs from Blizzard, well, Overwatch 2, I haven't played Overwatch and Starcraft. I don't know why, because Overwatch kind of came late when I was starting to kind of leave from World of Warcraft a bit, but I still returned to that game, and it's crumbling down now, so bummer. But when it came to Starcraft, I think it was a phenomenon. I was playing Diablo and Starcraft was on the side, but still I really didn't get into it. But as with the phenomenon of a certain show that you may have heard of called Invincible, think, Mark! I went on and started reading some American comics again, although those two are kind of going down the drain nowadays. What is this? But no, with Invincible I found out that Blizzard actually makes comics for Starcraft and the other franchises, and I went and checked a bit, and especially one about Sarah Kerrigan, and I think it was called Hope and Vengeance. It's a short one. All of these comics are pretty short. All they do is just really giving you the essence of what the characters are all about, like Sarah being found with her psionic powers and almost not even being treated as a human being. She was called an it, at least referred to as one. So I thought it would be a great idea to check out the part of the game that revolved mostly around her. Now I know there is also Legacy of the Void, but today we're taking out Heart of the Swarm, and somebody was so kind to make a whole compilation of all the cinematics for this game. So without further ado, let's jump into this. Back when Blizzard was still cool. So, what's interesting is that this is like taking place around 500 years in the future. You have like Zerg ships inspired from Baldur's Gates. Yeah, a dreadnought would have stood its ground against that. I can't lie though, I've never understood why it is that these companies don't literally invest money in making their artists make movies. Short movies. I mean, it doesn't have to be fancy. Anything that kind of resembles Final Fantasy, The Spirit Within. It's good. It was one of the first movies that duped people into believing the CG look like real human beings. It's enough, as long as you have the context of thing and it looks just barely as good as this. We're going to salivate over it. Why haven't you capitalized on that idea? They did one Warcraft movie. Surprise! The Wilhelm scream again.
Now at last, on this world, vengeance shall be mine.
Oh. Look at that destruction! Unleash the Zerg!
For I am the queen of the blades.
know so many who had a crush on Kerrigan. Both in human and Zerg hybrid form. Good morning. What a beautiful way to start a game. That is, what's his name? Jim?
Open the door, son.
Valerian's orders, sir. No visiting.
Open the door.
Jim's a space cowboy. Research facility on her alone.
Good morning, Commander.
Yo, I swear, if Edwin Wren, I almost said Lothar here. If Edwin Wren, the prince of, yeah, isn't he also like the second, the son of a region? Anyways, if he doesn't end up looking like this, I'll be mad. Because that's literally the inspiration from the guy. I mean, come on. You see the resemblance?
Gentlemen, the test protocol will begin in 2 minutes.
God, she looks badass.
Make the most of this test. It's your last one. Now give us a minute.
Very well.
We're getting out of here tonight, darling.
Good. Then we can go after Minsk.
Forget Minsk. Forget all of it. This is about you and me.
Until Minsk is dead, there can't be a you and me.
So, for context, from what I recall, from what I read, Sarah had received these, she became a human such hybrid. Minsk was the guy who was using her the entire time, a D-bag throughout the entire story. He had a grudge since, in the comics at least, she killed his dad, and he just kept... Yeah, I think he was the guy who, he wanted to use her ability so that she could control the Zerg. Kind of like how in Halo they are using the Flood to destroy worlds. So pretty much the same plot, in a way. But she was then the super soldier, the psionic person, who got enhanced and now fused as a human Zerg hybrid. But she lost her hybrid form as Minx did a coup on her, in a way, kind of bombarded all the Zergs in the place where she was, if I remember that correctly. She became human again, and now she still had like fragments of her psionic abilities that the test lab wanted to use. I got brushed up by a friend, so you saw he's really rough around the edges, this summary that I'm giving you, but hopefully it makes sense.
Moved heaven and earth to bring you back, Sarah. I can't watch you throw that away just for revenge.
Initiating test phase 2.
I never gave up on you, Sarah. Don't you give up on us.
Oh. Believe in the power of love, Sarah. You can do it.
Test phase 2 commencing.
damn. Yeesh.
Warning. Dominion forces in sectors 3, 4, and 6.
Yeah, Astartes mode.
Evacuate.
This is Nova. Begin your sweep.
Hey, that's the chick from Heroes of Storm. I'm triggering so many people by making these references. Damn. Oh, that is powerful.
Sarah.
The killing will never stop until Minsk is dead. I'm going to make him pay.
That's enough of that. Get it together, darling.
Bravo team, come in. Are you there, Bravo? All units to sector.
When your girlfriend is an all-powerful psyker
We gotta go.
or sidekick, and you need like an armor to just to stand before her. Oh.
Like riding a bike.
How sweet.
Yep. Like riding a bike.
You know, we don't get to see this type of power couple anymore in video games. Well, okay. League of Legends kind of had one.
Jim? Jim! Where's Jim?
We couldn't get him out.
Valerian.
You left him behind!
Stand down! Let him go, Kerrigan. Valerian is helping us.
There is no us.
IFF negative. Multiple hostiles inside the perimeter.
Oh boy.
Response squads 3 through 9. Hull breach. Frame 7, deck 3. Defensive maneuver Delta 4. Prep all stations for jump.
No one is going anywhere until I see Jim.
I wasn't my husband though.
Dominion fleet. This is Hyperion. Cease fire. Crown Prince Valerian is aboard.
My father will sacrifice any piece on the chessboard to take the queen.
We have to jump now. We'll lead them away and circle back for Jim. Decompress. Sarah! We need to work together.
Do what you want. I'm going to find Jim.
Loyal. You're grateful. I appreciate that.
Jim, are you on this frequency? Jim, are you out there? I'm at the rendezvous. It's all clear here. I've been thinking about what you said. There's something dark in me, Jim. I need you. I need you to hear me right now.
Oh, baby Zerg.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this news.
Searching for his mom.
Notorious rebel Jim Raynor was captured in a daring raid yesterday. He was briefly interrogated and summarily executed. Emperor Mengsk had this to say.
Proud Dominion citizens.
Oh no.
Long last, our nightmare is over. The lawless terrorist, James Raynor, is dead. With his death comes a new era of peace. The Protoss have retreated from our dominion, and the Zerg threat has been removed. Their swarm is shattered and leaderless.
Oh no. Here comes the revenge.
We will eradicate every last Zerg on Char.
And it was just ideal that this Zerg was there to be like, Mom, we're gonna avenge your boyfriend. I mean, he never was one of ours, but you know, we kind of like him. At least you liked him, so by default we did too. So mom, vengeance.
In short, we have won. Our peace and security is assured.
Oh, that malevolent look they have.
Subjects.
Navigation online. Destination Zerg space. Confirm.
Confirmed.
Wait, she's going after the guy or to the Zergs? Oof, beautiful warp travel there.
Lieutenant, get the wounded to those shuttles.
We're almost there. Should I send a team to get you?
I'm fine, Lieutenant. Just see to those.
Yeah, that doesn't look fine, brother.
I'll get out another way.
No, don't pull it out! What's going to cauterize the wound then? Oh.
There's too many Zerg. We're not gonna make it.
I bring good news, General.
Kerrigan, you listen to me. I have 3 shuttles packed with men too injured to ever be a threat to you. Husbands, fathers, you let those shuttles go. You hear me?
General, we're surrounded. There's no way out.
You bitch. You're not even human anymore.
Oh, shut up. You're trying to convince somebody.
For what? Petty revenge? How many innocents have you killed? How many more have to die? What if Raynor could see you right now?
He deserved it.
True, and yeah, that's pretty true. That's true, and yeah, that's true. That's true.
He was trying to be manipulative, so doesn't work. Oof.
The Zerg pulled back. It's a miracle. We're going to make it.
It's not a miracle.
General.
Zeratul.
Oh. Someone commented that they are literally Eldars. I guess they are. But like, they're kind of following the thing of Samson. If you know the story of Samson, the guy who was super strong in the Bible, where like they get their power, or at least a good amount of it, from their hair.
What do you want?
What am I? What did I say? Believe.
I have been to the beginning. Behold, Xeras, birthplace of the Zerg.
Oh.
Here the Zerg evolved, and here the Dark One altered them. Those left behind are the primal Zerg.
Oh, so they're really just animals in reality. Yeah, like dinosaurs.
They fight.
Oh, that video game Evolved that nobody played. Damn! He's hulking out!
Just as you must, if you survive.
So wait, she has to transform? Yes! That's crazy. Yeah, that's her hair. She got those bony dreadlocks. She underwent the transformation again. Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, Kerrigan is Starcraft Jean Grey. I swear, put on the soundtrack and it's the same energy. Oh, we need a shot of Steppenwolf there from the Justice League movie.
Mother, praise to the mother.
Mother. Wow. This does look pretty. Sometimes even hard to tell if they're just using 2D or 3D art in their shots. You know, it's so well done.
Face me, Narud. It's over.
It is only beginning.
Kerrigan getting those superhero shots.
From the stars. He told you of his return. He told you of ruin, extinction, the end of all things.
Okay. How exactly is it that an alien transformation just makes you look sexier? Gives you heels, gives you a bodysuit that accentuates your forms and everything? I mean, it's just pixels! Goddamn polygons! But still... Okay, so Amon, that one I know. I was told that this is a guy who was attempting to do a fusion between the Protoss and the Zergs to like create an ultimate life form and rule the universe. Yeah. Not a great plan.
Your god is dead, and he's never coming back.
Is that what you think?
Oh. Jim?
Sarah.
That's not Jim, is he? No, it's not. Nice try. Who the hell took Jim's form?
You're not him.
Ho ho ho!
You are not Jim. You are nothing. I'm everything you lost.
Herself? Okay, explain. What the hell?
I am everything you never had.
Who's playing Jedi mind trick?
Already lost.
Yo, the black eyelid is the oldest trick in history, but it's still effective. It's crazy. So they did not execute Jim, he still lived. Man, Mink's a dick. Hello, husband. She turned again.
I had to get you out.
What have you done?
What I had to.
Tell that to Phoenix. Tell it to the millions you butchered.
You swore you'd kill the Queen of Blades. You were the only one who ever believed in me. Do you still believe in me?
Damn it. That's like a fancy way of divorce.
I love you, Jim. Never forget it.
We're done.
Yeah, that sounded like it. Following the rules of Blade Runner. Future buildings need to look like pyramids. Wow. She just bullied the dreadnought like that. Oh. Okay. That is just... That's too much.
I'm surprised you haven't tried to escape.
Escape? My dear, I'm afraid you've got it all wrong.
Oh, I thought he was a lighter. What do you know? He has a sec. What the?
Really? Did you think I'd keep an animal like you close to me without some kind of insurance policy? Clearly, you are my greatest failure. Now, at long last, you will die.
Oh,
Change of plans.
no, let her savor this victory.
You can never suffer enough for all the lives you've ruined, Arcturus.
Made you into a monster, Kerrigan.
Yeah,
made
you
us
did.
all into monsters.
Oh, making him implode. Oh. Look at her. It's a cool ass design.
Thank you, Jim. For everything.
She got hairdressing tips from what's his name? Fresh of League of Legends. Or he copied her.
Always was.
In other words, Kerrigan's assault became
I
justified.
now see my true enemy. He waits for me in the void, wielding powers I cannot imagine.
Aim
I
on.
go to face him, having renounced everything. My humanity, my identity, the man I love. But I will not face this enemy alone. I am the swarm.
You are its heart. What an amazing cinematic. This collection of cinematic, it was pretty cool. To notice Sarah Kerrigan being just used like that, treated as an animal. Of course, she had her fair share of killings. But she all did that in terms of being patriotic and serving her people. At least that's as much as she thought. And also Minx kind of tricked her along the way. And she had like a firm belief that he was right? In the way that he used the Zerg to destroy planets. Yeah, that sucks. But hey, I guess in Legacy of the Void, we are going to find out how everything ends. But that is going to be for another video. But guys, thanks a lot for checking this reaction out. And as always, leave your comment in the comment section below if you want me to react to something else. And yeah, hopefully I don't keep you waiting for more for the next one. With that said though, I wish you all a wonderful day. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.